Okay, we're ready to put some more mud on here. What I'm going to do is, I've already wiped it down, but now that it's pretty much dry, I'm just going to kind of clean it up a little bit. If you like that, if some of it doesn't come off, don't, you might have to scrape if you leave it on there too long, but I haven't left it on there that long. I'm just going to wipe down a little bit more. It doesn't hurt to do this a few times. It gets off all the little rough edges so that I'm ready for the next coat. Okay, so now I'm going to put some more mud on there, and it's going to start getting a little bit smoother, obviously, because I'm filling up all the joints now, or all the little imperfections from the first coat. I'm still trying to keep it flat, but I want to put enough on there to cover up the mud all the way. I'm wiping down my angles as I go so it doesn't want to go all over. Now if it starts coming, if the mud starts getting off your knife, you can stop and then you can wipe some of it off your pan and that kind of thing. Okay, so I'm still using my 3-inch knife. Now professionals, they would probably do something different than this, but again, I am showing you how you can do it yourself. You are not going to be a professional, and I'm certainly not a professional sheetrock taper as well, but when I get done, my patches look really good. And that's because I spend extra time on it, and I don't try to rush it. So I'm just going to work my way around the patch, putting on a little bit, and then I'm going to kind of wipe it as I go. I'm going to use a wider knife, sheetrock pan knife, on my next coat. This one I'm just sprucing it up, if that's such a word. Spruce it up. That's a word. I know that. Okay? So it's getting a little bit smoother now. I work kind of fast, not too fast. Oops, almost got me. Sometimes you gotta watch out for that. Okay, so I just keep going around the patch. A little bit at a time. Wipe that down. Doesn't matter. You get used to some of your ways you hold it. You're backhanding it up there or forward, whatever. So you've got different angles. But once you start working with patching stuff, like if you decide you want to do another patch after this, you'll get better. And it's just a way to not having to readjust your ladder. Okay. So a little bit more right there. Always kind of want to go the same angle, same direction as your patch, so you're getting it on there at the angle. Okay, like that. On your final little brush. Go the same angle as your patch. If you get a ridge, you can wipe the ridge down when it dries a little bit. Make sure you keep track of the tape. Make sure you want to cover it this time all the way. You'll see the tape peeking out from the first coat. But you don't want to put it on so thick that it's going to cause a bulge on our next coat that we put over this. Okay? So there you have it. Now we're going to do the same thing on the other two patches, and I'll get back to you on the next step. Okay, at this point, before we install the next coat, I'm just going to take my 3-inch knife again. I'm gently going to go around the edges and make sure that there's no ridges. I want to get those ridges off, specifically on the outside edge, because we want to blend it into the outside edge. If we get any ridges and if we don't knock those off, what happens is when we put the next coat on, there's going to be that much more mud on there, and then you may have a chance of seeing the patch. So ultimately we don't want to do that. So this is the Quickset material. It's plenty dry now to work with. So I'm just taking my putty knife and wiping. As you can see, some dust is falling and different things. Kind of flattens out anything left. Because if you do it too early, you still want to double check it when you get done before you put on the next coat. So we're just going around the edges and then checking this too, and it looks like we're all ready for the next coat. So on all of your patches, make sure you do this before you put your next coat on. Okay, as you can remember, I used my 3-inch knife to put the tape on and also to put the first coat of mud on. Now I could have used a 4-inch knife this wide, and I could have done that. I got a little bit better control with the 3-inch knife, so I'm not going to use the 4-inch. You can try the 4-inch if you'd like, but on this next coat, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a 6-inch blade. And you can see when I put the mud on, I'm going to bridge this area from here to there. I'm going to go further over. So when I get done, I'm going to have a nice full coat on this next time. I don't like to do that too soon. I do small enough coats so that when I do this, when I get done with the first coat, usually I'm okay to put the next one on, and I like to put a lot of little coats on here because I can't control too much at one time. So I'm just telling you kind of what I do, and you can take that, and when you try your patches, try this technique. I think it'll really help you out.